Y'all, before we even get into it, this ain't just a podcast. This us talking to the block, to the moms, to the homies lost, to the ones fighting demons in silence, to the kings and queens that forgot their crown. We four brothers coming straight from mud, hitting the web not for clout but for purse bills. We them night brothers, speaking truth to the mic, shining through the struggle, bringing dark to the light. Block to your soul, let the message ignite. Podcast for the people, every word take flight. Gritty like the grind, hell first we strive. Social heat in the streets, trying to keep hope alive. 4 mics, 1 mission, make the people revive. It's the night time, tune in, feel the vibe. We 4 deep like corners on the block, mics hot in the lab, cooking truth non-stop, no gimmicks. This ain't clickbait chatter, this heartbeat, struggling soul, blacker than batter. Got fam trying to heal, broke bills on the table. Talk health, mental wealth, if we able, we enable. From the hood to the web, we built this escape. Tired of seeing kings trapped in a lowercase fake. Click clack on the keys, we ain't just pie, we preach it. Street slang, health hacks, real talk preaching. See the system rigged, trying to cage our minds, but we cracking the code like it's Columbine. I'm the brother with the blueprint, knowledge in my stash. Turn trauma to armor, pain into cash. 1 mic, 4 voices, no filters, no mask. We ain't just streaming, we building that path. We them night brothers, speaking truth to the mic, shining through the struggle, bringing dark to the light. Block to your soul, let the message ignite. Podcast for the people, every word take flight. Gritty like the grind, health first we strive. Social heat in the streets, trying to keep hope alive. 4 mics, 1 mission, make the people revive. It's the nighttime, tune in, feel the vibe.
Oh yeah, 4 mics, 1 mission. Nighttime, nighttime.
I seen young blood.
All right, Q. Before we get started,
Yes, sir.
before we get started, Q.
Yes, sir.
I think somebody gave a guest the link to be a guest instead of a viewer. Because I have somebody by the name of Chris and somebody by the name of Wanda that's joined the guest link. And I want to tell Chris and Wanda you could just go to YouTube and go to the Night Brothers show and you can view from there. Or else you'll just
Or Facebook.
And somebody by the name of Erica also just jumped in. So I don't know if they are invitees, but I will just kind of toss you off right now. So go to Facebook to the Night Brothers show or go to YouTube for the Night Brothers show and then you can watch there. All right?
All right.
So go ahead, Q.
Welcome everybody to the show. Welcome to the Night Brothers show. Thank you for cleaning that up, Lenny, for a little bit of housekeeping. Good evening, everybody. What's up, fellas?
Yo, peace
Hey,
and love,
big bro.
man. I just want to say,
All right.
what's
Good,
good?
man,
I'm
understand.
man Anthony Perry on the line. What's up, brother? And Margaret
right.
Nick. Peace
Margaret
and love.
Nick, the #1 stunner, always.
Peace and love. People.
My God.
Hey, man, real quick, I understand both of y'all had big work weekends. Both of y'all were in New York City, chopping it up in New York City. Hope both of y'all had a great time. To Art, you and Kenny both. Hey, happy belated birthday, Kenny. Hope you had a great
Thank you,
birthday
brother.
celebration.
Appreciate you, brother.
No
Yep.
doubt, man. I hope you had a beautiful time, kid.
Always. God is good.
Well, this
Hey,
is the Night Brothers show.
real quick, I ain't mean to cut you off real quick, but I do want to throw out something real important, man. We got the #1 stunner's birthday coming up this week. If I'm speaking out of place, Margaret, tell me straight, kick me straight in the comment lines. But I believe it's your Earth Day coming around, and I want you to have a happy solar return. Because I won't get to say this before the next show. It'll be belated by the next show. So I want to give that up. Peace and love.
Good job, Ard. Well, look, guys, we ask you to like and subscribe to the channel. Share this. This is the opportunity for you to share the show on your timelines or let people know that we're on right now because tonight's show is going to be hot. Welcome, Cheryl Queen, to the show. I'm so glad you're
Welcome,
here.
Cheryl.
It's going to be a hot one tonight, y'all. We're looking forward to it. We have some great guests joining us. Margaret Nick, welcome to you. And Lonnie, let's start kicking it, man.
Everybody, before we go further, can everybody just wish, like Margaret Nick doing, just say happy birthday, Kenny. I think he turned 21, so he can drink now, y'all. He can drink.
We was just doing that illegal stuff before. You know what I mean?
Everybody wish Kenny happy birthday.
Happy solar return, big bro. Shoot, you know what? While we on the birthday tip, man, my son turns 25 in 2 days, y'all.
Oh, word. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Happy birthday.
Peace
Happy
and love,
birthday.
man.
Sure.
Wow. That's funny. I remember when he was
Reed's
born.
birthday is tomorrow. My godmother, God bless, happy soul of return, no question.
Awesome. Awesome.
Let's
Well, let's keep the rocking. Happy birthday, Kitty.
Wow. Welcome to the vibe, y'all. Tonight we vibing.
And I just want to lay in the shade, getting those shade, you know what I mean? And pontificate on life. We vibing under the city lights. Wherever the wind go take us. If it's good, we make it contagious. Said we vibing, laying on black sand beaches. Thinking of what life teaches. So glad and fall from the deep end. Said we vibing under the city lights. Wherever the wind gon' take us. If it's good, we make it contagious. Said we vibing, laying on black sand beaches.
Yeah, we showing us vibing tonight, y'all. How's everybody doing? Listen, guys, this is the show we've been looking forward to. We're excited about it. And our vibe this week, Lenny, as we vibe every week, but our vibe this week, we got really one huge vibe. Today is Relationship Tuesday. The edition. And our interview with an incredible couple, Mundrea and Nakia, I'll just call her Nikki White. Ebony Power couple. And I've had the chance to get to know these folks for the last couple of years, man, and they're incredible people. And the thing I like about them is they're real. All right, you know what I'm talking about when I say when somebody's real. They're real folk. So tonight, that's our vibe. And man, we're going to get into it tonight. And it's going to be
Can you make that announcement one more time to the... I think a lot of people got the link to the show instead of the link to go watch on Facebook. Because you say that one more time for... I think a person by the name of George jumped on.
Well, listen,
So
folks,
this is
you have
that's what he
the
gave us.
yeah, that's the link for just the guest alone, not for people who come on board. That's just the guest for Mundrea and Nikki. So if you want to watch the show, go to our Facebook or our YouTube link, and that's the link right there. Or if you go to the post, you'll find the link to the show to watch the show in the promo post. Okay? Anyway, let's move on.
This Tuesday night at 8:05 p.m., things are getting hot on the Night Brothers show. It's Relationship Tuesday, and we're bringing in special guests, husband and wife, Mundrea and Nikki White. They aren't afraid to keep it real about Jesus, romance, love, family, and everything in between, from the steamy to the serious. Yeah, we're going to talk about it all. So grab your partner, pour a chilled glass of wine, and get ready. Tune in to the Night Brothers show where your opinion matters. Tuesday night, 8:05 p.m. Be there. Don't miss it.
Oh,
Peace
there
and
they
love.
are.
Welcome. Definitely.
Welcome.
Hey, what's happening, y'all?
Hi.
All right, Mundrea and Nikki White, it's good to have y'all face in the place. Everybody, hey fellas, y'all go on and introduce yourselves and say hello to our peoples.
Hello, everybody. Mundrea and Nikki.
How y'all doing tonight?
All right.
Oh, wonderful, man. Wonderful.
Good. Pleasure to have you. Can't wait to talk to you.
Thanks for having us.
We got the Whites in the building. The Whites, where y'all tell folks where y'all checking in from tonight.
They're from Baltimore County, right on the main strip of Liberty Road, where all our nice little local spots that we like to hang out is located.
I've hit a couple of them with y'all. I've had the opportunity to hit a couple of those spots with y'all.
Hey, so it's a short hop home. That's good. It's always better.
Sure.
Yeah, well, welcome the Whites to the show, audience. Welcome to the show. And we're pleased to have y'all. Every so often we do what's called Relationship Tuesday. Our show really is a gamut of a lot of different subjects. We go from politics to life to sports to more health related, is where our show started from intermittent fasting with my brother Equation actually lost over 100 pounds over the years, intermittent fasting. So health is our baseline show, but we like to venture off into social subjects. And Tuesdays, every so often, we have Relationship Tuesdays with a power couple that's been nominated by a listener or a friend or somebody, and we are honored to have y'all on tonight.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Glad to be here.
I think this young lady actually nominated y'all.
Yes,
Oh,
it's
me?
probably
Yeah.
What up, me?
Me,
Hey,
me.
Mimi, what's going on, baby?
Steve,
Hey,
no doubt. Somebody else giving y'all some love, Michelle, Mimi's daughter.
Hey,
Hi,
Michelle.
Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
So, and we're going to make that announcement several times tonight. Kevin, that just joined, enjoy. This is the link for guests only. If you are a viewer, once again, please just go to the Night Brothers page on YouTube. Just go to Night Brothers Show or to Facebook, Night Brothers Show, and you can watch the show there. Other than that, you're going to be in the green room. I don't know if you're going to be able to really enjoy the show as much. But anyway, we'll say that several times tonight. And we're going to keep it moving, y'all. All right, we're going to start this thing off in rounds. So the first segment, Andre and say your name so I don't mess it up. Andre, okay, like Andre, but with Mon in front of it.
Yes.
Very unique, my brother. Very unique name. Love that. So Andre and Nakia, gonna get this thing cranking. Man, we got folks that's supposed to see y'all all day. Mr. Hart, Mr. Head Cousins.
Hey,
Michelle,
big family.
We give a lot of love, so we get a lot of love.
That's what's up.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's
Pamela
what's up.
Williams, welcome, Pamela Williams. Oh, y'all Malik's godparents. All right, there we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Pastor Dryer, shout out to y'all, Pastor Dryer.
Wanda.
Hey,
What's up,
Pastor
Pastor
Wanda.
Wanda?
Hey, so y'all part of the show now. I just want to let y'all know. I know y'all think you just watching, but y'all part of the show, so y'all can throw some tea out there too, and stir that pot. That's it. Cause you know.
Hey, Nakia, what we always tell them, it's the show where your opinion matters, and we welcome comments and questions, right?
Hey, man, and as you can see from our guests, this is where healthy is the new sexy. So, we're going to get into how y'all get down. You know what I mean? I know y'all doing something to keep yourselves up. So, yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Constant elevation. Of course, with expansion.
All right, so as we get into the interview, our first question for y'all tonight, guys. Listen, every book has a beginning, okay? Every book has a beginning. And we're going to go to the first chapter of this book. And my question for both of y'all, and y'all might have different perspectives, but we're going to let y'all handle that. What first drew y'all to each other? Was it personality? Was it looks? Was it mutual interest? Or was it something else? And Nikki, ladies first. I'm going to let you go first.
Well, we actually met in school, and we had a group of mutual friends, and we weren't even interested in each other.
Wow.
We weren't not interested in each other, but we just weren't outwardly interested in each other. So
okay,
I actually had a couple of his friends that tried to talk to me.
Oh wow!
And just wasn't a good fit.
I
think even one of them actually approached him about me. And he may have talked to a few people that I knew, and then before I knew it, we were kind of talking on the side, and it just kind of happened. And then one day he asked me to be his girlfriend, and I was like, "What?" So
hold on, Mondre, I gotta flip the script now. Yeah, that's her version. come on, give us your version, man. Is it basically the same, or you got a little different twist on it?
What really happened, man? That's what we want to know. Really, what happened?
Action on.
She was the new kid on the block. She was the new girl at the school. And so she's a pretty girl. So it was like a lot of attention she was getting. So I was just laying back in the cut. And I was like, my homeboy over here, he like you. My homeboy over there, he like you. But what she ended up starting to do, which kind of drew my attention to her, she used to bring me lunch to school.
Oh my gosh.
She used to bring me these sandwiches. It was nasty on the low. So I used to always give them to my homeboy.
Man, I almost had to spit my tea out.
No, man.
This young lady was taking the
What
time
kind of
out.
sandwiches were they though?
Wait a minute, my father might be on here, so I don't want him to know I was giving his food away.
Too late.
Oh, my bad. All right.
So
Talk about
the
it. I'm
sandwiches
sorry,
they was good. It was good lunch meat sandwiches, but she had the wrong kind. She had mayonnaise on it. She had some sandwich spread that I couldn't get with.
You wasn't vibing with that, eh? You wasn't vibing with it.
Not at all.
So it was really
she started bringing me the sandwiches.
Yeah.
I just felt like it was something special about her because she was like 15 years old, bringing me lunch to school every day.
Hey, you know what?
I was bringing my own lunch. I just wasn't eating it.
Okay, let me ask you this. Was he looking hungry up in that joint? You was just giving him some food. Boy, you better eat this, man. What you
I just
saying?
wasn't eating. I didn't eat the sandwich. I just didn't want it. So I shared.
All right. And Dad,
I thought he liked it. I thought he liked it, so I kept bringing him.
Okay. You was acting like you was liking it because the attention was love.
Yeah, I was just sliding them off to my homeboy to my left. I'm like, here, yo, you eat that. I don't want it. I was just kicking it with her, and then essentially we just decided that we was gonna be friends with benefits at first, but then
So now he won't stop telling the story, okay?
I just knew there was something special about her, so I locked her down. Told the homeboys back off, and the rest was history.
Hey, the best part about it is that one thing about friends with benefits is that when you finish and you stay together, the benefit it's beyond the benefits. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? The benefits, more benefits and more benefits. So it's a beautiful thing. So all of that leads right into my question, since the benefits were so loved after spending so much time together. When did you think like, damn, yo, this is it right here, son. This is it. I'm good.
I was definitely a street guy in them days, and I was involved in a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and I was protective of her. And so it came to a point in time when I was just kind of doing what I was doing, and I didn't feel like I could break away from it. So I told her to go. I told her you should go ahead and find yourself somebody else and lead me to what I'm doing, because I don't know how this thing gonna pan out for me. And she was like, nah, I ain't going nowhere. That's when I was like, this a keeper right here.
It's a real one.
That's real.
It's a real one.
Now what on your side of things, you know what I mean? You can tell us really what happened. He ain't listening. So for real, like when that happened, what did you think and how did you feel like playing that? I mean, why did you play it that way?
I honestly don't know. And we talk about this often. Like it comes up every now and again. And we of course, being more mature and being more mature spiritually, we just say it was spirit led. It was God led. I honestly don't know, because I was young. I was a little girl, and I really didn't. I had no insight on a lot of things. So I really didn't have much to think. Like I wasn't dumb, and I didn't feel like it was the only boy around. So I just stuck around, and I did tell him. I said, maybe I saw something in you that I really didn't know what it was, and maybe I was just trying to stick around to see what what I knew there was some greatness, and I wanted to see what that was all about.
You said greatness.
Wow.
Yes, she said
Wow.
greatness.
So Nakia, I'm gonna
You
slip.
saw greatness.
I know he better not sit here and act like I never said that before.
Slip a question in. So you said you saw something greatness. So, and you said you were young. How old was young? Was he riding the cradle, or was it?
No.
Was it that young? Okay.
So I think I was at least. But at this point, I think I had at least. I know I was out of high school, probably my first year of college, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe my first year in college.
So you had went out with some other person, somebody else before him. I guess I'm just asking the question. And did you?
He wasn't my only. He wasn't my only person. No.
I was just a great one.
That's what I'm getting to. That's the point I'm getting to, Margaret. Was it something different that you said, oh man, you know?
It really wasn't a lot different, but it was just something, because even when we were talking, we both talked to other people.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
And even when we had the friends with benefit thing going on, a lot of people, we would come to school as if nothing was going on, and nobody knew, as far as I knew. You know what I mean? Like, we just came to school. Like, we would actually come to school and probably not even talk to each other.
Wow.
Okay.
Y'all really had it on the low.
Yes, sir. That was on the low for real.
Right.
That was on the low for real.
Yeah, that was my decision.
I'm gonna let him have it.
You know what's so funny?
That's
That was
kinda
gonna be
like
one of my questions later on, but I'm gonna get that question again. I don't want to jump in front of somebody, but it's about what just happened right there. And yes,
Yeah,
go ahead, Kenny. My apologies.
That kind of segue again right into this question. If you had to pinpoint one thing, what's the strongest reason? What is the glue that has held this relationship together over the years? You kind of expounded on it, but tell us a little more. What is the glue? What do you see as the glue that holds y'all together? I'm gonna start with you, brother.
Again,
Margaret.
I'm gonna take it back. I'll say
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
It's nothing short of the grace of God, brother. I'm gonna tell you hands down, because marriage is definitely a challenging unit to maintain. So my imperfections and shortcomings, she tolerated a lot of things from me that I would probably say, if it wasn't worth it, she probably would have been gone. So, I feel like, we talk about it often. We got a good family unit. I got 2 beautiful daughters, as y'all might see in them slideshows. And I just put it in my mind eventually that I needed to grow up and do some things differently, and that was only because of my relationship with God. So he stuck around long enough for me to mature, and then the rest was it was
Amen. Now what is your spin on this? What is the glue, in your opinion, that's held this relationship together over the years?
So that was definitely going to say that. I was definitely going to. I mean, the first part about the spiritual piece is definitely God. In maturity, we had to grow up. And again, one thing that we often talk about, because we do a lot of talking now, these days, we grew up together. We had to grow up together. We've gone through different stages in life together, and I think that's important. And we're still growing up.
I like that.
We always growing natural.
I love that.
Indeed.
I love that. Every day we learn something new about each other.
Yep. All righty. So,
looking back, then, has there been like some tough challenges that you had to face together, and how did you, keep it together and not allow it to fall apart?
Good question.
From one end of the spectrum to the other, man. I mean, we got a lot of history together, so you can just imagine we didn't conquer a lot of territory together. Been weathered a lot of storms, and you know what I mean, from dealing with death, to dealing with financial issues, to growing pains, to trying to raise our kids. You name it, we didn't tackled it. But the key component to how we tackled it was just trying to work as a team. I see us as a strong unit. And we won't even let them kids separate us. We stayed tight in all situations, and that's a fact.
Man,
that's a powerful answer, bro.
That's powerful, right?
And the key word that you said was working as a team. That was a key phrase. Amen.
Yeah, when them kids grow up, they gonna forget all about us and go on and do great things with their lives. So we gotta make sure that we don't alienate each other over the kids. We gotta make sure that when they gone, we still got a vibe going on.
Yeah.
Hey, what's so funny? It was an aunt and uncle that used to always laugh and say, and look at their children and say, you know what? I loved her, or she'll say, I loved him. I loved her, or I loved him first. See, when y'all gone, we're gonna still be loving on each other. And everybody would just laugh. But it just reminded me of what you said.
100%.
This question is for both of y'all also. First of all, I'm gonna start with you, Nakia. What is an unspoken moment? What is a time? Give us an example of a time that you quietly watched Mundrea and thought to yourself, "That's my baby. I'm so proud of him. Look what he's doing.
I love that.
What's an example you can think of?
So I've been thinking about this question. So one of the things that I can really think about is, and he doesn't even know this or realize this, when he graduated with his I don't even know, was it the master's degree. And our relationship wasn't that tight at the time, so I didn't really get a chance to celebrate him the way I wanted to, because we weren't really that tight. But it was one of those things where, first of all, his bachelor's, it was like, it took a long time because it was just this one course that he had to keep saying. So when he got his master's, I really wanted to celebrate him in a certain way. But again, our relationship wasn't that tight. So it was like, you did this, you moved on. I got my bachelor's and I just started being a mother. So I didn't even it took me, I think, 10 or 13 years to go back to school for my master's. So it was like, I stepped back and let him, push forward. And I was really proud that I didn't even feel like he just didn't let me do anything more with my life. He just decided to just take, considering that even going to high school was a struggle for him. Because he just didn't like to go to school, as far as I know. It wasn't that he didn't know, he couldn't go. He wasn't smart. He just didn't like to go to school.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Same question for you, Mundrea. What's a time or a moment when you looked at her and said, "There goes my baby"? What's the time that you said that and you really looked at her and said, "I'm really proud of her"?
I'm just gonna say this: the woman. She take care of herself, man, and in some instances, I don't want to offend nobody, but men and women alike, when they get married and they feel like they didn't already landed in the spot they're gonna be in, some people just let themselves go and be what it be. But
amen.
She work on herself spiritually, and I don't know too much about the mental part. she works on herself in a way that keep me interested. So I got a lot of them moments.
Yeah.
Amen, brother. Amen.
Janine White wants their first time on the podcast. Can we pose some questions? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
This is the show where your opinion matters. So if you have a question, just write your question in and we will throw your question up on the screen. Absolutely.
That's my sister. Go ahead, baby girl. What it is?
Oh, please. You want the info from the fan. Hit him with the blam.
I have a question first. Is our Wi-Fi dragging?
Yeah, it was a little bit, but you're okay now.
You all right? A little bit, you good?
Sometimes on the podcast, It might be a slight delay in time, but the audience is still viewing.
But listen, the next question I have for you guys is, when you're going through something, whatever you're going through something, it's a stressful moment. In relationships, it seems always one person who's kind of like the anchor who calms up one down. Is that the case with you guys? And which one is you the quiet in that storm and keep things together? I'm gonna let both of y'all. I'm gonna let y'all answer it on your own.
Well, I'm gonna say that we probably both have our moments in time. Like women can be emotional creatures.
True.
Just by habit. And I mean, she got a pretty cool head about herself in most situations. You know what I mean? She thinks things through. She don't allow things to like ruffle her feathers, so to speak. And a lot of times, if I'm having a stressful moment, she can just tell me the right things to help me get my mind right. So, and I think it's vice versa as well. So it kind of go both ways. But I mean, we both have our moments where we might be like, we just had enough of a situation. It just could be whatever it was. But we pretty solid, bro. I mean, fellas, ladies and gentlemen, all the listeners, we solid. I'm gonna tell you hands down. And on top of just being solid as people that's weathered a lot of storms, we praying people. So if we gonna pray about it, we ain't gonna play about it.
Amen.
Man, that's
amen.
Mundrea bringing a strong to the mic, boy. I like that. I'm going hard up in the paint. I love it.
I heard you. So I mean, like for other couples, what would you say was like 2 or 3 things that they could do in those troubling and challenging times? And I know you mentioned a couple of things. You pray about it, pray together. But what things would you say that helps you grow together? What would you say that a couple of things? Just for some other couples, because we do want people to grow from this conversation also. And your example.
Absolutely.
I would say just try to work. I would say try to work together. Understanding that at the end of the day, you all are a team. You are working together. The ultimate goal is to work something out together. You know what I mean? Not separately, because that's where everything's just going to fall apart. And at the end of the day, we gotta lay down together at night. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be us at the end. In the end. So
right.
We're not gonna always. I'm not gonna always get my way. He's not gonna always get his way. Somebody gonna have to give. So, and I've learned that. I mean, I try not to get my way up. I don't know. I do.
It's funny.
I understand. I'm not gonna get my way. Like I've come to the resolve that it's not gonna always go.
Good response.
Wow. We got this on tape now. No, I understand.
I know. I'm glad you did.
Here's a good question, and I can't wait to hear the answer to this one, because y'all are a very intriguing couple. I've known y'all for 39 minutes, and I can listen to y'all all night. What is the angriest you have been with each other, and how did you resolve it? Like a time where I can't stand this, and I can't stand her. Tell me about the time like that. How did it get resolved? And who takes the lead? And who's gonna be the first one to say, after y'all not talking, who's gonna be the first one to say, "You want something to eat?" Yeah, I can't wait for you.
Me?
Him? You, Mundrea?
I can't say what the time is, but he's gonna be the first one to say something, because if he's not ready to talk, if I'm ready to talk about something and he's not gonna listen.
Okay, so he takes the lead.
It's typical man stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you, brother. I hear you, brother. We all
Good
have.
fact that you know that.
I think your friend asked a question. Can you put it back up, Denny?
It's sister.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mundrea White says, the question is for both of you. What is the most challenging thing you feel you needed to work on within yourself that would majorly affect your relationship negatively, and how did you conquer and tame that? Put it up there one more time.
I think we lost their feed. They were having some internet challenges. And if y'all are listening, you can just hop right back on the air.
Yeah.
Let me hear them again.
Well, just identifying why they are getting their feedback and all that on. Just to identify with some of the things that they've said so far. It's because most of us are, all of us are in some type of relationship or disagreement for the brothers here. You know, it is very, very challenging as the years go on. You know, in some ways it gets easier with each passing year, and I know you brothers can identify with that. And in some ways, it can be challenging because new challenges do come up. So, you know, won't you dive into that? You've been married for a little while right now, just as we wait for them.
What you say again, Lenny? I couldn't hear you break it up.
Now, I was saying, as the years go on in the relationship, in some ways it get easier, and in some ways it can get challenges because new challenges come up. And won't you talk about your own personal relationship while we're waiting for them to jump back on in relationship to that?
It's communication. And there's always going to be a time where you're gonna look at somebody. I mean, you're not somebody. It's your significant other, your wife, your girlfriend, or whatever. Y'all gonna have disagreements. And what you're gonna have to do is communication. At some point, you may or may not be talking for a few hours, but at some point, just like the question stated, who's gonna be the one to break the ice? Who's gonna be the icebreaker? In our case, we roll our eyes at each other, and every now and then it's like, what that thing about what you want something to eat, because that's how we always did it. We got into arguments sometimes. We didn't speak for a day or two. Then one of us would look at each other. What you want to eat? You want something to eat? And the ice is broken.
I have break the ice.
Talking about food. The ice is broken. So communication. It's always going to be challenges. There's always going to be times you could disagree with your significant other. There's no such thing as a perfect relationship, but that, in my eyes, that is a perfect relationship. Because you're going to have challenges, you're going to disagree, you're going to have fun, you're not going to have fun. So to me, that's a perfect everyday relationship. But the key is communication. Yeah. Communication. Talk.
I love that.
What about you, E?
I guess they're trying to get back on the link. They said they're trying right now. They're having some little technical challenges. But as we continue on with this conversation, that's a good question you brought up, Lenny. And I can say this I'll answer this from this perspective. Even though at this time, quote unquote, I'm not married, but in a relationship, and I know all relationships are give and take, and one of the things I've learned from my past experiences is it has to be give and take, and there are times when you have to be willing to see the other side and be willing to negotiate, more or less, I guess the best way I can put it at this point, and be willing to say, okay, then I have to adjust my thinking and consider what my significant other is thinking and going through. Arden, would you agree with that?
Well, I'm gonna lean back to the whites.
Yeah.
It's the only time you can probably say this and it'd be a good thing. But
absolute fool, boy.
I'm gonna lean into what the whites.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Is to grow together. To grow together. Yeah. And I heard somebody say this about a couple of months ago, and Mrs. White said something, and it really kind of meant this. When she said, I don't have to be right all the time. And at some point in time, like they say, you got to pick your battles. But as they say, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy?
Good point.
Because sometimes it ain't even worth it to be right when you can just get past it and be happy. Like, okay, no problem. Yeah, and just keep it moving and keep everything still fun, keep still light. Whether but if you have to be right all the time, it's gonna definitely deal with your happiness. It's gonna affect your happiness for sure. So I definitely believe with the communication and everything else and understanding, sometimes you need to do something and maybe just give a little just to make them happy. They've and keep things moving and happy. Okay, back. All right, now I can say this term one more time, y'all. Back to the whites.
Yeah, sorry about that, y'all.
It's all good.
No,
always happy. Technology is beautiful until it doesn't work. We got to get it rocking.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, and so as we move on to the next question, and I think one of y'all, Mundrea, I think you might have just touched on it a bit, but we're going to dive a little bit harder into that. And the question is, how hard is it to get a couple financially aligned? If y'all on the same page when it comes to saving and spending habits. You have to be in sync, particularly when you're trying to get some things accomplished. So did you guys find that much of a challenge in your relationship? And just talk about that as a whole. And Nikki, we're going to start with you first this time.
So what I will say, it's definitely is hard to get a couple on in a financial alignment. However, with anything, it's communication is key.
Amen.
What I will say is that we pretty much, if we're not in alignment with things, it's not hard for us to get there. If something doesn't seem right or is off, it's all it takes is a conversation. And it's like, hey, like tap on the shoulder, what's up? What's going on? I thought this was it. This was, you know what I mean? We get it together. So, and I often say, I'm not going to fight. I'm not going to fight. I'm not going to fuss. If something happens or don't happen, guess who's going to fix it? You're going to fix it. So I'm not tripping.
Yeah.
That's it.
Nikki, let me follow up with this, because y'all been together for how many years? How many years have y'all been together?
We've been married for 25 years.
Wow.
Together.
That's beautiful.
I met him when I was 15, and I will be 49 this year.
Wow, that's a beautiful thing.
So
Sounds like reminds me of my relationship. So my follow-up question to the money piece is this. Since you've been together so long, you probably have accomplished so much and acquired so many different things to the point where you probably got dang near everything you want, or most of the things in life. So do you find that the money situation has gotten a little bit easier because tendencies and you have acquired things, so you really don't need much except for love? Any one of y'all can jump in on it. What's y'all take on that?
No, I'm not going to say that that's the case. I'm not going to say that that's the case, but there's no concern. There's no financial, if I'm being real. Like, because with anybody, like, we always want people, I'm just going to speak for me. There's always a desire to want more. You know what I mean? But I'm not ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one who's going to live beyond my means. I'm not going to put a pressure on my spouse or anybody for that matter. I don't think that I was ever that type of a child to even do that with my parents, to put financial strain on anybody to try to make requests like that. Now, have I thrown things out there and said stuff to him about me wanting something or, liking a particular thing? I may have, but I'm not that serious. You know what I mean? I'm not going to try to take nobody to no poorhouse for something. So again, we have an understanding of what's required and what's needed and what's priority with our finances.
Love that answer. Love, absolutely love that answer. Thank you.
Well, how important is laughter and humor in your relationship? Are there things that you do to make each other happy? That your special things, and can you share any of that?
Hey, we have a good time every day, man. Every day above ground is to me to be celebrated. So you know, we have our moments. I ain't gonna say and make it seem like we don't have our little moments where I might get on her nerves or she might get on mine, but we get right back to it in no time. So we don't spend a lot of time going through the motions. You know what I mean? We really. I'm a pretty humorous guy. I like to have fun. Period. So
I heard that.
If she gonna be with me, she gotta run with the fun because that's where I'm at.
I'm sure that's why you there. She like to have fun.
Sure. I love that.
No doubt. Okay.
All right, listen. When you think about your wedding day, let's go back to when you had your nuptials. When you think about your wedding day, what's the first memory that comes to mind? And Mundrea, I'm gonna let you go first this time, bro. What's the first thing that comes to your mind? Were you sweating, brother, or you were just overjoyed that this day had finally arrived? Take us back.
We had a very what stand out to me about my wedding is that it was very sentimental is the best word I could use. Like probably wasn't too many people in there that wasn't shedding tears.
Wow.
I mean, I didn't know it at that time, but this thing of ours is beautiful. You know what I mean? Like I'm telling you, you know, because of what it has stood through after all these years. And if I think back to, you know, how much I was even crying, my father-in-law had to get up and give me his handkerchief out of his suit pocket. I mean, it was a very, we had a huge wedding. I wouldn't say huge. We had a large wedding with a lot of groomsmen and bridesmaids and junior groomsmen and junior bridesmaids. And we watching some of them people grow up and get married now. And, you know,
man, wow.
The beauty in it is just that at that time, we didn't know what we was working with. And, you know, if I had my way, I probably would have sabotaged it a long time ago. But God had enough plan in mind.
Yes,
there you go. I like that. And Nikki, you want to add to that? You want to add to that, Nikki, real fast?
When I answered the other day, he said my answer was sad, but I told him that we had a lot of people there. And it is kind of sad, but there was a lot of family members there that aren't here today, but it was still a lot of people that were there to celebrate us. And even those memories are still happy memories for me, even though those people aren't here, if that makes sense.
I understand exactly. Yeah, that's a good answer. I mean, that's a real answer, though. It's a real answer.
That is a real answer. That is a real answer. And this question I'm about to ask you, we kind of talked about this when y'all were having technical difficulties. But how do you balance the needs of the family with the needs as you guys need as a couple, and also your personal needs, like my little time here, your little time there? How do y'all balance that? What's the secret? Well, what is your secret?
So I think we're kind of figuring that out now, to be honest. Our girls are 20 and I'm 24 now. So we're now getting out of the realm of them, if that makes sense.
Yes,
absolutely.
So we're trying to figure it out, and it's almost like what we were doing pre-children, we're now back to that. So we almost need to figure out how to date again, not only have date nights like we did when they were still kids, where we picked a time where we had to get out and find a babysitter and do all that stuff. We got free days and free nights a lot now. So we got to figure it out. And it's so funny because we were literally just probably a couple of days ago talking about, we spend a lot of time around each other. We spend a lot of time together. So we got to figure out our own time too. Which is something I don't think when we did have it, it was not on good terms. Like he would be out.
Running the street.
He would be out.
Yeah.
And I would be mad. So that wasn't a good time. That wasn't good. So that was beef mode. Like that was beef mode. So that wasn't talking about like you go out, I go out, we get back together and we good. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not like you out and like what time you gonna be here and how long you gonna be out. Like don't that kind of thing. Well, I don't talk to you for 2 days. That's not what I'm talking about. So that's what that was before. So I mean, like maybe every now and again you go hang out for a little bit, then you come home. You know what I mean? That's what we need now.
Right.
So we say all this to say we're trying to figure what that looks like now.
Man, still a work in progress.
Yeah, and our girls are they're gonna always be a priority. I'm just saying. When you're a dad girl, when you're a girl dad, I just feel like this is they're gonna always be a priority.
Lenny, there are a couple of comments from the audience. We want to address those comments. I think Sister had a comment and Michelle had a comment as well. If you could just throw those up. Wanted to say something.
I think she just made a statement, but if you see it, I'll go back to it. But I'm gonna...
Michelle Lee had a question. Had a comment about the two of them. About she wanted to say something. I think it said something to that effect.
If you could just type it back in, I'm sorry. I'll be happy to flash it on the screen.
Yeah.
Well, y'all led right into my question, and you kind of answered some of it. But how do you manage your intimacy, and how do you manage to keep your intimacy alive? Now you already told us that the children ain't children no more. They almost out. So y'all about to, work the whole house out again, and bring everything back alive. So
I don't know how close they are to being out.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. My bad. They got jobs though. They got jobs.
They work, but they still here, and that's fine too.
Yeah, so look, baby, they got a 4-hour, 5-hour, 6-hour shift. It's on and popping. And
if not, if they here, they here. I mean, we still figuring it out.
I heard that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I know that's right.
Date wise, I understand. You're talking about like date wise and not having the date, just kind of being able to not have to plan it so much where you need somebody, so y'all can impromptu, do some things too. So yeah, I'm just, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
So we're still working that part out. We talk about the intimacy thing, and it's like a lot of that stuff really does get lost when you are together so long. Yeah. So, I mean, that's why I'm just being honest and being real. I don't know how many other couples feel that way or want to throw that out there, but
real talk. Yeah.
That goes back to what you said earlier. It's work. It's always going to be work. It's always a work in progress.
Absolutely. When we do certain things, we go to counseling. We made a decision that we in a new chapter of our relationship because we not empty nesters, but our kids don't rely on us nowhere near like they probably would have some years ago. So we gonna look around one day and it's just gonna be me and her, and we want to make sure we got a vibe going. So we do go to counseling. We hash things out there, and it's been good. I'm low maintenance guy. It don't take a lot for me to like she. It don't take a lot for me. You know what I mean? I got a little outlet that sometimes she goes, sometimes she don't. I hit the gym, and that's my thing. You know what I mean? And I enjoy it.
You got to know what works for you.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? I'm a keep up with the youngins as much as I can in terms of my physicality. So that's important to me. That's important to me. So
that's what I'm talking about.
I try to make sure I keep myself up so she got something to look at, and vice versa. So it ain't like when we first met, but we got our moments where we gets it in. Yeah. Period.
I love that, man.
It's about that.
Well, are we going to the lightning round?
Let me ask you. Who's the best cook in the house?
Uh-oh. That's gonna be a problem.
That'd be me, but she's the cook. but I'm the better cook.
Oh
my God!
No, it's her.
That sounds like a throwdown.
No, he said it.
I'm not even offended. I just do what I have to do around here.
I feel you. I like to eat myself. I understand. So any specialties though? Who's got specialties?
I just cook. I just cook food.
I heard
she
that.
Make a mean. She make a mean. Any of my specialties, she put a little extra love in them. Like every now and then, I gotta have me a piece of steak. She can make. Rather than to go out to eat steak, I'd rather eat it at home. You know, if I need some seafood, she'll make me a seafood feast to die for. So you know, she's special on the cooking.
I didn't even know
when
that.
she want to be.
Yeah. Oh, when she want to be. That's the game.
Yes, sir.
I like that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Look, what's a recent binge-worthy series that y'all will watch or have watched, and why? And the second part of that question: who controls the remote control between you two? That's a good question for me.
Woo! That's a good one.
She gives me control of the remote.
Okay.
Like that. That was a safe man, smart man.
When I come on the scene, she say here. She just hand it to me. But
okay,
we watch a couple. We got a couple joints, man. Like we just finished watching a Netflix joint called Hunting Wives. That was a wild series.
Wow.
Really
what's the name of it again? What's the name of it again?
Hunting Wives.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Check that out.
Let's scroll past it. You will make me check it out with my baby.
Yes, sir. And Nikki, do you have any favorites?
I watch anything. That's the thing. I can watch anything. It doesn't matter. You put something on the television, walk out the room, and I'm still watching it because he's over it. And he's like, "You watching this? It could be about dogs talking. I don't know. I watch it.
Did
y'all? That's a stretch. But I watch anything.
No, it ain't.
Did y'all watch there was a movie recently. Wasn't a series, but I think it had Taraji P. Henson. And she was, I think it was Straw where she was at the bank and she just was having a bad day roughly. What was y'all thoughts on it? Well, did you like it first of all? What was your thoughts on it? Because the reason why I asked that is this, because rarely do me and my wife sit down together and watch something. Because, you know, we got the Netflix account. She got her stuff. I got my account. We click on it. We kind of got different tastes a little bit. I like a lot of deep, thought-provoking stuff and all of that, futuristic and all of that type of stuff. But we watched it. She said, sit down and watch this movie with me. I said, okay. So we started watching the movie, right? And it was cool. It was good. But it got to a point where I said a statement I think kind of pissed her off. Because she was like getting a little sensitive about the movie. I said, this is a chick flick. And I think I kind of ticked her off. I apologize. But she was like, you don't understand. You wouldn't understand this from a woman's perspective, from a mother's perspective, and all and all. So can y'all help me out with that?
So I heard that point of view from a couple different women. I didn't really feel that way. I didn't grasp any kind of emotion, like emotional attachment, I'll say, with the movie, like on a personal level. Now, the mother part, I do get it. And we watched it separately. I watched it by myself, and then I wanted to watch it again. And he was going to watch it with me, but he watched it by himself. Because I wanted to kind of get I wanted to watch it with somebody. Because I'm like, did I see it this way? You know what I mean? Like, I wanted to watch it and hear somebody else say some other stuff. But he watched it without me. So it was a lot to it, and I don't want to say too much because I don't know who on here saw it. So it was kind of like, was this stuff really going on, or was it?
She was crazy.
Right. So she was
right.
So it was just, you just really didn't know, and that's why I didn't want to be too opinionated about it, because some people do have like that's their personal story. I couldn't relate in that respect as a mother or as a child, so I can't. You know what I mean? I didn't really want to speak on it too much. But at the end of the day, like I said, I'll sit through stuff and watch whatever. I don't care. It don't bother me.
She's about a masterful performance. So I could give her definitely credit.
And that was the one thing that I did say. I think she did an awesome job, but I did say that.
Sorry to go sideways on that, but I just wanted to. I think we kind of touched
I'll
it.
have to check that one. Mimi and I have to watch that one because I haven't seen that one as yet. So hopefully she hasn't seen it as well. But listen, we touched on this for a minute, but we're gonna go back to this as well because it's important. With couples, it's always some give and take. Now, who's more spontaneous when it comes to intimacy? Who's the one who's like just off the break, just say, "Dang, I want some." Which one of y'all?
That'd be me.
That'd be you. All right, that's definitely you, man. So not a thing wrong with that.
And she a good sport.
She a good sport? All right.
She a good sport. That's what's up. She a good sport.
Hey, man, you guys have been an incredible
very good, yes.
Man, I tell you, we've enjoyed y'all so much, man. And you know what? That tells me we have to do this again sometime, man. I hope y'all have enjoyed the experience as well. I know we're gonna be doing this again sometime in the near future, and
absolutely.
I just want
to have y'all back,
and I want our audience to thank you. Audience, thank Mundrea and Nikki for sharing their precious time with us tonight. If you can't just throw a thank you down below.
If everybody could drop a thank you in the chat group to thank them, not thank us. We on every week. Shout out.
Appreciate the invite. And to be honest, this is a good experience for me because I'm looking to start my own podcast with her as my co-host sometime soon. So this is a good experience.
Well, absolutely.
Assist you with. There might be something we can help y'all with, when the time is right. When y'all ready.
Oh, I already got you on my list, Q.
There you go. There you go. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
And audience, we're gonna give everybody a comment. Audience, just put a thank you in the chat group, please, for our special guest. And nominate who you would like to see as a Black Power couple. And it don't always need to be a couple that got it going on like Mundrea and Nakia. It could be a couple that's struggling. You know what I mean? So, because all of us go through phases in life, and we hope to find our way to the point where the lights are. You know what I mean? That was almost like you for a second. But where Nakia is, but everybody's not at that level. And blessed be the God that y'all are. You know what I mean? So it's really a blessing and have longevity too. So definitely thank you for that. And just nominate somebody you'd like to see and see them on as for the next relationship choose. So, but anyway, last words. Anybody want to say something before we give Mundrea and Nakia the last word?
Love you, Rob.
Hey man, just thank you for your time, indeed. And I just pray that your next chapter in life is your best chapter.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Powerful.
Absolutely. Thank y'all for your time and thank y'all for sharing what you shared with us and with the audience. Y'all shared some intimate details. Y'all were real. Yeah. That made y'all so intriguing. Y'all were very real. Thank you so much. We'll definitely have you back.
Thank y'all, fellas. Appreciate the invite, man. This is a beautiful experience.
Who's Daphne Alexander? Alexander said, I'm proud of my kids.
Yes, sir. Daphne. That was Daphne.
Yeah, hey, Pastor Daphne.
Hey, Pastor.
That's Pastor Daphne. And you know what? We're gonna have Pastor Daphne and Pastor Kenny on one night too.
Hi, Joy.
Do something called Pastor Roundtable. We're gonna plan on having them on as well in the near future. But guys, I want to thank you for your transparency. You guys kept it real, man, and that's what we love. That when you keep it real. Absolutely. I mean, people would come on and always fake stuff, but you could tell y'all were real, and that's what definitely vibe.
You can't do that. You can't do the okey doke. You can't do that.
I heard that. Hey, man, you're a true example of growing through what you go through. you know, and it's powerful. And it's a powerful example for people to see that, you know, it ain't always going to be sweet, but guess what? You know, you need the sweet and sour, and you need, you need all of them. Bro,
absolutely, absolutely.
And we still growing up.
Anything y'all want to leave the people with, Mundrea, Nakia, anything you want to leave the people with? So,
I'm just gonna say, you know, I'm living proof that with God all things are possible.
Amen.
So, you know, at the end of the day,
Amen,
what we are, I don't come from that. And neither does she. So that's the beauty in it. Like, we come from, you know, kind of what you would call a scattered upbringing.
Different
the way
situations.
Our parents was and all that. So,
different situations.
You know, we made a choice. I ain't want no baby mom. I wanted a queen. So I got that.
There it is.
Amen.
And the beautiful part about
well
it,
said, bro. Well said.
They grew up in a foundation, and with the foundation and an example, you know, an example that we didn't have, some of us didn't have. So to see that and to have that to lean on, man, you know, that's what you're talking about, you know, multi-generational blessings, you know, that's what y'all doing for your family, and I definitely salute y'all for real for that move. You know, you breaking a whole lot of, you know, cycles.
Amen. Amen.
I was gonna say
one thing.
This is also
testament. Go ahead.
So what, and you know what's been going on in our lives. We have a lot of support around us, and a lot of people jumped on tonight because we asked them to, you know, just to get on. I didn't know what to expect. He didn't really know what to expect, so we just sent it out to a lot of people. I have a friend on here who's been my nail technician since I was 19 years old, and she literally said, she said, Nakia, we grew up together, and we really did. She knows my husband, she knows my kids, you know, she knows a couple in the family. So just, I want to thank people just for getting on, just to support us, you know, just to see what this is all about. One of my friends, she jumped, our friend, we just came back from vacation with her and her family. Just thanking everybody for getting on, just because we asked them to. So I just wanted to just that. Several of his sisters on here.
Last thing before we go, just real quickly, just briefly. I know you guys just came back from a vacation. Just take 1 minute and just tell us about your vacation experience. How was it? Talk about
we turned up in Jamaica, man. It was my first time out the country in a while since before the pandemic. So, you know, the beauty in this one was that my daughters came and they are of age now, so we got the vibe with them on a whole different level. So that was beautiful.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
What's up, man? Glad you enjoyed it.
Well, listen, man. We appreciate y'all, and we definitely, you know, you're gonna be back, right? So you already know that off the break. I ain't got to tell you that.
Looking forward to it, brother.
And when you want to get that podcast thing going, we're gonna work with you on that too. You know, we're gonna see what we can do about that. All right.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, family. Thank y'all, audience, for joining in and watching the True Power of Black Couple Inspirational, and you know, let's strive for more like the whites. All right. All right, y'all. Good night, everybody. Peace and love.
To the block, to the moms, to the homies lost, to the ones fighting demons in silence, to the kings and queens that forgot their crown. We 4 brothers coming straight from mud, hitting the web not for clout but for purse bills. Here, Rhythm Night Brothers, speaking truth to the mic, shining through the struggle, bringing.